tea table. It's our third video for Pokemon GO the TCG set, and today we're gonna use mostly those kind of Pokemon for our attacker. So you might have seen some of these Pokemon popping up lately in tournaments online and getting a lot of hype for being a single price deck. Those two cards are going to be Lunatone and Solrock from the Pokemon GO expansion. So we're just going to jump right into this deck list. We're not going to waste any time today. We got to get some people with our Eclipse. So, Solrock's ability is once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your Lunatone. Fun fact, the first time I recorded this, I had the list built differently, and then I actually read that this card attached from your discard pile and not your hand. So kids, read. Alright, so tag, don't worry about it, we can't tag, it does 50 for 2. But we got 3 Lunatones in our deck, discard a card, draw 3, which ain't even bad, really, when you think about it. So it's fine, you got tag with a turn 1, like, draw 3 cards. But then we got Moon Kinesis for 3 colorless. That's attack does 30 more for each Psychic Energy attached to this Pokemon. So the point of that part of the deck is you chain the Solrocks with like Super Scoop Up Nets attaching. Boom, boom, boom. You pop in. You're doing 150 to 180, which I know does not one-shot, but possibly getting 2-shot with your 1-price attacker is always really, really good. But then we move to a deck card that I've included in the deck because it does combo well with the Lunatone and Solrock here. We got Mewtwo V from the Pokemon GO expansion. The basic here does Super Cycle for 50, 160 for 3, and you can move an energy. So if you have to do that, like to get a random knockout, and you don't have the VSTAR, which we'll talk about in a second, you just move an energy to Lunatone. Pretty cool. Then we got 2 Mewtwo VSTAR. It's first attack, Psy-Surge for a Psychic Energy colorless, 90 times. Discard up to 3 Psychic Energy from your Pokemon. It does 90 for each energy card you discarded this way. Now, the best part is it doesn't have to discard from itself. So you can power up your Lunatone with your Solrock and have like a rotating 270, which harkbacks to Malamar, which I know everyone thought of when this card came out. Malamar's ability lets you attach a Psychic from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, like how Flaffy does for Lighting Pokemon. Then we got the cool VSTAR Power, which like is pretty good. Like if your opponent don't drop a Manaphy and you're facing like an all V deck, it just makes your game a lot easier. That attack for also a Psychic and a colorless. 120 to each of your opponent's Vs. Not affected by weakness and resistance. And remember, you can only use 1 VSTAR Power in a game. It's got 280, pretty good HP. This card, I think, is underrated. Its viability is going to be interesting to be seen because now between Worlds we have like 2 months or something. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Limitless tournaments like discover a deck list for this and solve it, or if it's kind of that card that will remain to be tested. While there aren't a lot of options to put it with to make it effective, you have the Lunatone Solrock, you have Shadow Rider, and then you have like an engine if you were to use Cresselia, which can attach energy from your deck, and like the non-V Galarian Articuno, which attaches energy when you play it. It's going to be interesting to see if someone can unlock which combination of all 3 of those is the right one. Then we just finish off the Pokemon with 1 Manaphy to protect your bench, as your bench is pretty fragile, so you don't need to be getting Regied or Urshifu. And then we round it off with Radiant Greninja. You can only have 1 Radiant Pokemon in your deck. You must discard energy to use this ability. Draw 2 cards. So you discard energy, draw 2. Perfectly combos with your Lunatone and Solrock. The attack is pretty sweet, but we don't need to worry about it in this deck because we don't play water energy. We're going to hop into the trainers here. We start with 2 Energy Switch, which is cool because it can help you power up your Mewtwo in 1 turn. So you can Solrock onto your Lunatone, move the energy, attach, use a couple more Solrocks, get the damage going. Pretty sick. We got Fog Crystal, a deck from Shadow Rider, or a card from Shadow Rider and Dragon Bolt decks. Search for a Psychic Energy card or a basic Psychic Pokemon. So you got 10 Psychic Energy, but you got your 3 Lunatone and your 2 Mewtwo, so it acts like a full Quick Ball, but you do not have to discard. We got the one Hisuian Heavy Ball because we do not have large counts. We got a Radiant Pokemon or 2 Mewtwo's, Lutones. Sometimes you might just end up in a turn where you just got a Lunatone and 4 Solrocks in play, and you're just popping off energy. We got the Ordinary Rod to help recycle our Pokemon. Pretty simple on that one, and to get the basic energy back in our deck. You might not use that one too often if you have Solrock up and running, to be fair. After you discard Mewtwo every turn, recycle them. However, you might have like a 7-card deck or whatever, and you're like, oh, I need an energy. So you put 2 back, and then you research, and hopefully you get that and win the game. We got a Pal Pad, put 2 supporters back in your deck. 4 Quick Ball, pretty simple there. You discard that energy, you get that Solrock, pop it on Lunatone. We got 3 Scoop Up Net because the really cool thing is you can pick up your Solrocks or your Greninjas and just use it again. So if you maybe prized a couple Solrock and you haven't drawn your Heavy Ball, you'd be like Solrock, Solrock, Scoop Up Net, Solrock, pop, pop, pop. Or if you can draw more cards with your Greninja, Greninja, draw 2, pick it up, draw 2, etc., etc. We got 4 trekking shoes that I do not have a matching 4 of in any variety. Don't know how that happened. Look at the top card deck. You can put in your hand. If you don't, discard and draw a card. So sometimes, like, all right, I need a good card. Well, that's an energy, which is great. You pop it in that discard pile, get it back, and you drew an amazing card with the other thing. 2 Ultra Ball. The Ultra Ball is in here because you do have to get Mewtwo, which is an evolved Pokemon, which none of our other search-type Pokemon cards can get. Then we got PokéStop, another card that you saw the other day in my Mad Party video. Once during each player's turn, you may discard the top 3. If a player discarded items, you put those in their hand. So the risk is you discard Pokemon or supporters, but you do want to discard energy, so hopefully maybe hit a couple energy off that or whatever. But it also can get your items to help you keep digging through your deck. Then we move to the supporter line. We got 2 bosses order, pretty simple on that one. We do have a Leon to add 30, so the point of this one is you're facing like a VMAX deck such as Mew, and your Mewtwo is capped to 270, but you have a Choice Belt. You can also Leon to hit for 330. It also is just another way for your Lunatone to get even powerful, as it does quote-unquote substitute for an energy. Plus, he looks really cool. We got 2 Marnie for disruption. Pretty simple down. You Marnie him. You keep Greninja. You're moving on. It don't matter. We do have 4 Professor's Research in here. Do I have 4 of the new ones yet? I only got 3, so we're, one day we'll get that one. But you do have 4. Discard your hand, draw 7. Pretty simple to run through. We do have a Raihan, which is really cool because it can power up your Mewtwo basically in 1 turn, so you get knocked out. If you like attack with Lunatone, realistically, it's not hard to knock it out. Send your Raihan to your Mewtwo. You search for what you're missing, whether that's the VSTAR or an energy, whatever. You get back on board, and you get them. 2 Choice Belts to do more damage to Vs on that one, and we round it out with 10 Psychic Energy. So I'm excited. I put like 5 or 6 games after the first time when I read the deck wrong and had to re-record everything. So maybe I should play a couple games to understand how this actually works. So I did do a little testing. So this is the list I ended up with. We're gonna play a couple games and see if we can get people with our suns and moons and Mewtwo's. All right, here we go. You see we're on the last rung of the ladder. Hopefully, in 18 hours I can finish it. Probably not, if we're being real. I do have my 4 peonies, luckily, but we'll see. All right, I did lose a flip. So I mean, this is one of those decks where, like, if you go second, which I imagine we will, unless they're playing Regis or Mewtwo, or Regis or Mew, you can just donk them, kinda, if you were to have the setup of your Lunatone. We're going to open Manaphy, because 1, I don't know what they're playing, and 2, typically we get a PokéStop, we can do some Lunatone stuff. Alright, they are playing purple. Nice. Are they playing Lunatone Solrock as well? We're going to find out. I will take my mulligan. That's a good card for us. They're also playing Mewtwo. We're going to hit them with the heart, because we're about to drop our Mewtwo next turn. This is really good as it saves us from that attack. I also play Mewtwo. We'll get a Lunatone. We'll see. We mill 2 supporters. Alright, alright. Let's go. We got a quick ball. So we will drop this. We know Greninja's in our deck, so we don't got to worry about that. We'll pop this down and draw 2. We will get that, which is pretty cool. We will attach. We will use our ability. And we can get a Psychic in next turn, so we're okay. I don't know if I should bench this. There's like no way they can kill me, right? I don't think there's a way they can knock us out, honestly. Our Mewtwo. They'd have to have really, really, really good hand. So I'm going to go with they can't. But depending on what happens with us, we definitely can. So imagine if they just 50'd us and then knock us down. They did mill nothing good. That's the other side of PokéStop. If you're going to use it, you want to have like a lot of items in your deck, you know, to be able to capitalize off of it. Granted, I don't know what's in their deck list. They do. That's why it's their deck. It looks like they're going to do 50. Also, let's check out this really cool art while our opponent attacks. God, these are so good. So awesome. We do this. Nice. We did mill 2 Pokemon awkwardly. We're going to draw more cards. With our Greninja. Hopefully draw like a supporter. I mean, that was a supporter, right? Let's see. 60, 90, 120. 150. And we could almost knock it out, too. We're at 180, huh? We'll pick this up. We do have one in our deck. I don't think I need this anymore. I will go get this, so if they knock us out, we're okay. And I will actually do this to pump, and we will do 180 damage. So, or I'm sorry, 150 damage. My bad. We didn't move this because we didn't need to, because you don't want to. So, we could double Solrock, Energy Switch next turn. Hopefully we draw an energy. They did hit Quick Ball, Ultra Ball. See, that's the good side of it. Like I was saying, last time they hit nothing. This time they hit everything. So, that is very good for us. Because that means we get to Greninja. We do not get to use PokéStop, but we do get to Greninja. So, what's going to happen is they're going to knock us out. Mewtwo has 280. So, we're going to be double, 60, 90. We can get energy back, draw more. Or, depending on what we draw, we might just attach and energy switch over from Mewtwo to get a knockout as well. So, they might just see what we're going to do. I mean, they got Ultra Ball in their hand. So, like, they got a lot of stuff too. They will, Adventurer's Discovery here. Alright. They will begin 2 Shadow Rider VMAX and Mewtwo. So, opponent picking up steam real fast. Yep. Ooh, Mewtwo V. Maybe they don't want to use the VSTAR, obviously, as this is gonna get knocked out. So, because they can 160 and move to the new one. They do have a Psychic Energy in here. They will Underworld Door. So, best case scenario. God, it'd be so good if we just draw this and we could VSTAR attack. What if we try to do that? What if we try to do that? Maybe we try to do that. We're going to get greedy. Yep. We will get greedy here. So we will be drawing, getting an energy back, drawing 2 cards. Hopefully hit the VSTAR to pop, 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 pop. Hit all 6 of their Pokemon. And not worry about math for the next turn. Because they got 40, 70, 100, 30, 60, 90. Yeah, alright. We're going to knock this out for sure. If anything, hopefully I'll just transfer break. But, alright, they will move an energy, I'm assuming, to their Mewtwo. Just kidding, to their Shadow Rider. Okay, this is where... Okay, I had to double check Mewtwo, because in my video the other day, Greninja only hit the bench. And that was on me. So we will draw 2 and hopefully just get anything. Oh, yes, we're so talented. So thin and handsome. So we will do this. I will just bench this because we can get stuff. And then we will Star Raid in 20 to all of their V. Which is all their Pokemon. So, we did severely weaken their board, which is pretty cool. Whoa, just supporter! Okay, so everything is 120 less, which is insane for us. That attack is wild. The fact that it hits everything, you know, because we notice like most of the attacks are like choose 2 or choose only bench, like Greninja V I messed up on. So this is a really insane attack here. So they're at 100. They got 3 attachments. That's 190. A Choice Belt. I mean, I'm assuming they're trying to attack a Mewtwo with a Choice Belt to kill me. But we're in a pretty good position. We need to get an Ordinary Rod. As we have discarded 2 Lunatones. So. They did discard Mewtwo. I imagine they might play 2. Unsure. Yeah, that was so powerful. Damn. Now they will Ultra Ball. 4. Whatever, probably no Shadow Rider. So they don't knock us out. That's great. I don't think we lose. I'm gonna be honest. But if they do knock us out, we can double Solrock, which would be 60, 90, 120, 150. Attach 180. Attach Choice Belt for 210 to get the knockout, being 330. And we will Marnie. So, pretty good. And if they don't knock us out, well, I mean, I'm not saying the game's over, but it's like close to being over. They do have the Mewtwo. It's bold if they were. I mean, if they can knock me out on retreat, I guess but that's still crazy because then we still need the right 60, 90. So then we could like save energy and put it at our Mewtwo and attach this, and then be prepared for next turn. So that's really cool. So they're doing 40, 70, 100, 30, 60, 190 at the moment. Also, while they're doing their turn, so good. I am so excited. If you play other card games, you know, like Magic and Flesh and Blood, like Magic in the last couple years has gone insane with like 19 variants of set. Flesh and Blood just got into it. I saw a couple of those other cards last night. One of my friends showed me. Also look insane, but I think, gosh, it's just so good. I want to say we're in a golden era of art, which is hard to. There's a big statement because Pokemon has had insane art all the time. It looks like they're retreating. I don't care. I'm looking at art. Also, this even this one. Is it Squovitz? I believe that Pokemon is right there, hanging. Also, I learned with the recent spoilers, well, they did the V attack from Giratina, that's its own Pokemon. I did not know that. I just didn't know that. I mean, I'm just going to power up the Mewtwo. We're going to attach this here, though. We're going to Marnie. We will be discarding... I'm going to discard both energy from Mewtwo. I think. Yeah, I'll put it in my hand just in case. We'll do this. Sure. Do I have another energy? No. So, that way, no matter what happens, they don't knock us out, which I don't know, they wouldn't. We can move an energy and hopefully do some things. So we will. I don't get Marnie and then nothing, though, right? No, we're fine. If they don't knock us out, that's wild. That's what I'm gonna go with. All right. And if we get Marnied, well, we got a lot of chances to draw our Ordinary Rod. If we win, they too much damage for them. Pretty sweet. All right, that was a long game. It was like 12 minutes. We'll do one more game, though. Get one more in real quick. Mewtwo Eclipse. I wanted to name it Mewtwo Eclipse of the Heart, but I could not make it that long. Now we're popping in. Pokedad walking. Uh-oh, my arch nemesis from high school. Here we go. They got a Mewtwo deck box. It's just Darkrai. You silly person. Alright, we will probably be going second again. Uh-oh. What does that mean? Wizard's bad. Ooh. We might get donked, everybody. Well, then we get a third game in. If we get donked, we get a third game in. Mew. Well, we're dead. Alright, let's talk about other stuff while we are dying. So, the new Lost Zone Pokemon. So, Lost Zone has appeared through the history of Pokemon since they made Giratina. It's a really cool effect. There used to be a stadium a long time ago. It was like if you had 6 cards in the lost zone, you win. That is obviously not a thing they could do now because they literally print the new set has like discard 2 cards in the lost zone. Do a turn 1. Super excited for that set. I've also been super impressed by Pokemon Go, like which cards are valid, which is really cool. It's been neat to see that. Opponents got like 9 minutes left in their turn. Like the impact, it was super funny too. Like I went to buy my friend went to buy reverse foils of like Lunatone and Solrock and TCG Player, and there just wasn't enough. There wasn't 4 Solrocks. It was super funny. He's like, "Oh my gosh, should they sword print it?" And I'm like, "I don't think they sword printed it, but it's one of those things I think people didn't open a lot of. You know what I'm saying?" Oh, we're dead, right? They played a fusion. Nope, they didn't. What did they attach there? What did I miss? Did I miss something? That wasn't the first thing they did, was it? They just have Pirates Tablet and don't care, I guess. Okay. Well, they won the game. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm excited. Pokemon Go's Impact. There's still a lot of cards I want to explore. I want to explore more of the stage 2s. That dang Blastoise, they just made say end your turn for some reason instead of just like not ending your turn. It's a stage 2, man. You know, the Venusaur is cool for special conditions. What else was the Ambipom deck? I'm sure you've seen running around with its ability is it's like Dragapult. If you attack it, you get hedge. You take no damage. I didn't die. What just happened? What? Hello? What? Anybody? Hello? Well, it's also funny that I just did draw Solrock. I did. I was gonna bench them all to be like, haha, opponent. We'll put it on this. We're just gonna draw 3 cards. Why don't our opponent kill us? Are they just messing with us? Is that what's happening? Is that the life we're living right now? That was weird. Is that weird? Just put the psychic here. Maybe I go back and they attach before they did anything. But they opened up with their first card as Battle VIP Pass. Maybe they're just memeing on. I have no idea what's happening. I can't speak for my opponent. So anyway, we drew something, I guess. We're doing stuff. We're probably just going to hit all their Pokemon for 120 damage, except for Meloetta in like 5 seconds. Hopefully we have the other VSTAR on deck. I did not check. That was on me. Yeah. That was weird. Isn't that weird? I don't know. Us being down the Ordinary Rod is awkward, too. So we'd effectively just have 2. Anyway, yeah. So Psycho Draw is a good ability. Discard a card for your hand, draw 3, so you discard the energy. And it combos with your Pokemon. I mean, I guess we're trying to draw Boss's Order. Okay. I'm just going to bring up this and hope we have a thing in our deck. Because none of that makes sense to me. Yeah. I think we'll do this. I mean, I'll Energy Switch anyway. Oh, well. Okay. Don't mill Mewtwo. Wild. Be in my deck. Ah. That sucks. Man, we were so close. That was on me. That was on me. Unfortunately. I guess we'll just Energy Switch, right? Do this. We'll draw a bunch of cards. Sure. So, what we're gonna do is retreat. Right, we're gonna pick up this Solrock. We're gonna do it again. Ooh, that was kind of funny. Alright. Well, that was my bad for not checking when I did the Fog Crystal. That was on me, otherwise we would have had to save all that. But we should have lost 4 minutes ago, so we're just vibing at this point. We have one attacker left. We're definitely not winning this game, even though we shouldn't have got past turn 1, but it is what it is. Always check your deck contents, my friends, so that you know what's in your deck. So they will hit us and knock us out. I don't know what happened. I want to like ask him, but man, why didn't you knock me out, bro? I was literally dead. What was on our deck here? Nothing. Well, Leon, I guess. We'll go to 8 cards. Impressive. Sucks that we're down the other thing. Is that we can knock out Mewtwo? Yeah, go with that. I got 5 cards in my deck. We will put back these 2 cards. Kind of need to save this. I can't do anything anyway. Because I'm down the Ordinary Rod. Maybe I should put 2 Ordinary Rods in my deck? I don't know. But we might just deck ourselves out to end the game faster. So, that might be what we do next turn. The game is, in fact, over. I'm out of Lunatones and Ordinary Rods. Ordinary Rod. So maybe play 2. Remember, this was a test run. You could drop a Trekking Shoes, probably. PokéStop's been fine. Pal Pad, I mean, is in there because you want to get cards, enter cards in the discard pile, so. We did it. I guess. Lunatone Mewtwo, let's go! Alright. So anyway. So that game was a game. We did win. Maybe they messed up on the power tap. I don't think they even played power tap the whole game. I don't know. Maybe they're going to put them in their deck. They built it so fast. Unsure. Not my opponent. Good game, my opponent. So after that game alone, maybe take out a Pal Pad or reduce PokéStops for a second Ordinary Rod, as you saw there. It made the game a lot harder. In general, we're going to open a pack here. I'm going to open up a Pokemon Go pack as we're talking Pokemon. So, but you can see how powerful the deck can be, especially that VSTAR attack, that first game against Shadow Rider. Insane. If they don't play Manaphy, that card's busted. The attack's busted. You do see, I wanted like a Zigzagoon in the deck to not have to play Leon, but your bench space is full a lot. No, okay. So that didn't quite work out. So definitely, maybe the only change I would say is 2 of the Ordinary Rods. Even though at the beginning of the video I was like, you don't need it. Maybe you do. Nice Zapdos. So, with that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching this insanely insane video. Longer video today, but because that was wild. I do believe I have 1 or 2 more videos left on Pokemon Go. We got Gyarados, and I'm trying to make something with the Zapdos Arcanum Ultra's box thing with the dog V's. So we'll see what'll come with that. Thank you for watching, and I will see everybody next time on the tea table.